and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pop.
And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, J Pops. Guys, today's date is November 11th, 2020. Yes, it is November 11th, 2020. This is a Tuesday, a beautiful Tuesday at that in the great city of Houston, Texas, where it is gotten back hot for whatever reason. We're in November. We're almost getting to Thanksgiving, and it's still hot in Houston, Texas. But if you're from Texas, you already know this, people. Of course, breaking news, and of course, as you guys had seen the news yesterday, and that came out right after I posted the podcast video on YouTube. Texas A&M against Tennessee game has been postponed to December 12th. So what this potentially means is we are now in a pool swimming along with LSU, Alabama. That's been postponed. And I don't even much know if they're going to play their game, but they're trying to put them at December 19th because LSU has already been on the schedule to play Florida for December 12th. And this one here just came out probably like a couple hours ago. Georgia and Mizzou has officially been canceled. Postponed to December 12th also. Also, Auburn and Mississippi State has been postponed also to December 12th. That's 4 games in the SEC alone. So the CBS game has been taken away, and in my mind, they should move the Arkansas and Florida game to that CBS spot because that is a game that I will keep my eye on. I want to see that. I want to see Felipe Franks go up against Florida. I honestly want to see that revenge game. Also, to me, in my mind, it just looks like the SEC just needs to say the hell with, just take off week. Taking off week. Because as of right now, that is what I'm going to do. And that's what the rest of you guys out there, to my Aggie fans, to my guys that's fans of this podcast, stuff like that. And to the Aggie fan base, period. I hate to say it, but go ahead and take a COVID-19 bye week. Because that's what I'm going to do. I was getting into, the Tennessee game and stuff like that, doing my analysis. But now I have to do my analysis on Ole Miss because we have to prepare ourselves to get ready for Ole Miss on next week. But before that game comes up, what I said on that podcast video on yesterday about the young men going out there and, putting their bodies on the line, putting their health on the line, stuff like that. I just want to say to those young men again, we appreciate you guys for just taking the time out of you guys' life and doing that for the game you love and for doing that for us fans, period. We cannot thank you guys enough. But as of right now, yes, the Tennessee and Texas A&M game has been postponed due to COVID-19 protocols and a couple of positive tests coming from out that Texas A&M camp. So I just want to send my prayers out to those guys because those guys will need it right now. Most of those guys are in protocols because of contact tracing. So although those guys are going to be out this week, the same ones that was in the contact tracing protocol will be out for next game also. So that's okay. With this time here, it gives us it gives those guys enough time to heal their bodies. It gives those guys enough time to get their self right, in the quarantine and stuff like that. And like I say, man, prayers out to those guys because those guys are going to need it because of the simple fact that these guys still, have to deal with if they do have to deal with maybe spreading it along to someone else, but not knowing that they actually had it. You know what I mean? So prayers out to those guys, and I hope that it doesn't spread, amongst the A&M facility nor amongst the A&M campus. That's what I am praying for. I pray that it does not just continue to spread around in things like that. So just continue to send those prayers out and things like that, and let's go ahead and get some more quality practice in, and we'll get ready for Ole Miss, because Ole Miss is going to be a challenge because of that offense. Not necessarily the defense, but who knows? On next week, they could be capable of showing up a defensive scheme that we haven't seen all season. So who knows? But we're going to get ready for that high-powered offense, because I can tell you right now, if that offense gets to rolling, it's going to be hard to stop those guys, and I know that for sure. But I'm pretty confident that A&M will go out there and make another huge statement in saying that, hey, man, we shut down one of the best offenses in the SEC and in the NCAA as a whole, period. So, like I say, it's a couple of games that's postponed. But with that being said, now, like I told you, I am going to take me a COVID-19 bye week, so you will not see anything on tomorrow nor Thursday. No, damn, I'm saying it's Tuesday. I'm sorry, people. Today is Wednesday. I got my days all mixed up. But you will not see anything for tomorrow. Of course, I don't do anything on Fridays. And you will not see the overreaction part, of course, because we don't have anything to overreact to. But I do want to tell you guys this. I thank you guys for putting that overreaction part versus the South Carolina after South Carolina game. I thank you guys for getting me almost to 1,000 views. I'm going to say that once again. I thank you guys for almost getting me to dead ass 1,000 views. I think I'm about 50 views away from being at 1,000. That is a huge accomplishment to me, and that is also a huge accomplishment to you guys, just hitting that subscribe button and telling a friend to tell another friend. Now, like I always tell you guys, man, let's make this thing go global. Let's put this out there. Let's continue to produce the Texas A&M content just like it's supposed to be produced. I'm so tired of seeing everybody else's content, but it's nothing for Texas A&M like that. Understand the Texas A&M athletic and Texas stuff like that. Those guys understand that those guys do what they do, but it's time for somebody to start doing a podcast for what Texas A&M is doing. Although I do have a podcast on my phone that's 247 Texas A&M, and I don't get me wrong, I cannot remember the guy's name that do the podcast, but I listen to him also. But it was nobody out there just doing a video for Texas A&M only. You know what I mean? So I thank you guys for letting me share Texas A&M football with you guys. I'm pretty sure it's a basketball podcast somewhere, but I'm not just all the way into basketball like that, nor baseball. I'm not into baseball at all like that, nor soccer. So, that's why I come to you guys and I tell you guys about the football side of things, because that's what I love. That's what I enjoy. That's what you guys enjoy. I see most of you guys are gravitated to the football program. So that's what we're going to talk about. You know what I mean? But anywho, like I say, we're all just going to take a COVID-19 bye week. I hate to put it like that, and I hate to say it like that, but I mean it's true and it's a fact. Some of our guys in the squad has potentially caught the COVID-19. So we're just going to take a bye week with those guys, and we're going to get ourselves right. Me personally, I'm still going to watch football. I'm going to watch me some Big Ten. I'm going to watch me a little bit of Pac-12. Going to watch a little bit of the Big 12. I'm going to watch the SEC games. Not all of them, but some of the ones that are coming on and things like that. And I'm going to see what's what. I enjoy football, period. The game that I'm watching, though, a couple of games that I'm going to watch, and just so you guys can know, if you guys want to watch it, the Michigan and Wisconsin, they come on at 11. I want to see what the hell Don Brown has did to that. Is he going to get it fixed? Is he going to get the backfield fixed? Is Josh Gaddis going to finally let Joe Milton loose? Things like that. Jim Harbaugh is not losing this job. Any Michigan fans that's on this podcast, Jim Harbaugh is not losing this job, people. Stop. The only way he'll lose that job is if he just walk off and go back to the NFL or something. Other than that, nobody's firing Jim Harbaugh, okay? If anything, Don Brown just may need to go. All right? But I do want to see if Don Brown's going to get that defense fixed because they go up against Wisconsin. And they're in the big house once again. So I want to see that game. That game is going to be very intriguing to me. In the Big 12, I'm not sure what games come on in the Big 12, but I will be watching for that big noon kickoff, as they always call it, the big noon kickoff. I will be watching for that. For the night game, I know it was someone who had a night game. Hold on, let me go to it, guys. Now I got to pull up the schedule. Let me see who we're going to have here. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to go in here and see what games we're going to have. Because I know we're going to have some good ones. So let me go to this week. All right. So all right, come on now. What are we looking at here? All right, here we go. So I'm not gonna look at Miami and Virginia Tech. I don't want to see that one. The USC and Arizona game. If you guys did not know, it comes on at 2:30 p.m. Let me see what this comes on because y'all know the Pac-12. Pac-12 loves to do their own thing. So it's gonna come on Fox. I want to see that USC and Arizona, mainly because of Kevin Sumlin. I still follow him, and I want to see what he's gonna do. The Ohio State and Maryland, I may tune into it because of what Talia Tagovailoa is over there doing, so I may tune into that one. The Florida and Arkansas, though, like I told you guys, I will be tuning into that game because I want to see what those guys can do. Okay, so the Michigan and Wisconsin, they don't come on at 11. I'm sorry, it comes on at 6:30 p.m. So the Michigan and Wisconsin, they come on at 6:30. I'm sorry. So I want to see what those guys can honestly do. And as of right now, that's just about all of the games that I'll probably be tuning into. But like I say, this will just mainly kind of like be a bye week with us. I have a date night set up with my wife as well. So I mean, here I'll be out doing a couple of things. But this is just some time to, get yourself right, family-wise, things like that. And, hell, we'll just come on back on next week, on next Saturday. So I thank you guys for tuning in. Like I say, if you can, just hit that subscribe button for me. Please tell a friend to continue to tell a friend. Like I said, I'm almost about 50 views away from the overreaction against South Carolina podcast that I put out. And that wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for you guys. So I thank you guys for that once again. It's the hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports with your host, J Pops. Guys, please follow me on Instagram at JPops2020. Follow me on Twitter at JPops05. And follow me on Facebook at JPops. And also at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. I cannot thank you guys enough for what you guys have been able to contribute to this content and things like that. Also, the show is being sponsored by Dopeness Styles and also King's Beard Grooming Company. Thank you guys once again. I will be back on next week. That's going to be on Monday. I will be back on that day. But once again, I thank you guys for everything. Hashtag Eagle Mac.
And thank you guys for tuning in to the hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter at JPops, on Instagram at JPops, and also on Facebook at hashtag Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. Hashtag Eagle Mac.